Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, November 19th, and we are about 10 miles south of Marco Island, Florida, headed for Marathon Key. We anchored last night just south of Calusa Island, where we launched from, and we've got a beautiful beam reach right now, about 6-knot winds, which we were not supposed to have. So we're on borrowed wind right now, but loving it. We got the 180 drifter up, and we are making, well, I've got the GPS off, but we're making a good 4.5 knots, I think. You can see what the seas are like. Conditions are perfect. And we have approximately, if we could maintain 4.5 or 5 knots, we would have about, how many hours to get to Marathon Key, lover? About 20 hours? About 20 hours, but the wind is forecasted to die down some, so we may slow down, may have to motor sail, we don't know. But it's hour one of 20 hours, hopefully, so we'll see what happens. We'll keep you posted. 12 noon. As was predicted, our wind has almost completely died off. Even flying this 180 drifter, Jenny, we were making less than 2 knots. So I fired up the Tohatsu, and it's running on about 1/4 throttle, and we're now making about 3.4. Still bearing south-southeast. We've come about 18 miles or so, and we have 60 to go. 1:30 p.m. Wind is totally gone. If there is any at all, it's straight out of the south on our nose. So motor sailing came to an end, and we're just motoring now, about half throttle, doing 4 knots or so. The air is still nice with this 4-knot breeze, and I think we're going to probably turn in at Middle Cape tonight and toss an anchor there instead of going straight through to Marathon. Number one, there's a crab trap labyrinth between here and there that we'll sail through, but we don't want to motor through in the dark. And we also don't want to get to Marathon Key in the dark because we've never been there. So that's our status now. Monday, 5 p.m. Still unfavorable wind. It's still straight out of the south, basically right on our nose. And Middle Cape and East Cape are too far to go in the dark motoring through this crab trap minefield. So we're gonna duck into Little Shark River, a little place we know and love, and we'll deal with the bugs in there and grill some steaks. And first light, we'll take off and head for Marathon in the morning. We'll be about maybe 40 miles at most from Marathon in the morning. So it'll be a pretty easy day sail. Hopefully the wind will turn around, and we can get weather forecast at Little Shark River on the VHF. So it's all good. Tuesday, November 20th. Kind of ghosting along out of Little Shark. I think we're just gonna go a few miles south down to East Cape and make Marathon the next morning after that, because I don't think we could get there before dark tonight. So we're just ghosting along about 2 knots or so. Very light breeze. Still flying the 180 drifter. Carlotta's making breakfast. Gotta go. No, we are not aground. We are actually in 3.5 feet of water here. Might be the closest to shore we've ever dropped a hook. And a sweet little shore it is. We've been here before. This is called Middle Cape. Well, here we are, Tuesday evening. You see what the wind's like. We're actually 3 miles offshore in the Gulf of Mexico. We had to abandon our plans to go further south. We tried to make for a little place out in the Everglades called Flamingo to re-up on gas and fuel, and didn't look like we were going to make it there before closing time. So we decided we'd head home and take our time, spend the next 3 days making our way north again back to Marco Island, Calusa Island. So here we are, 3 miles offshore, pretty much daring the wind to pipe up during the night. A little bit would be a blessing. It's a little bit warm, and even this far out, there's no guarantee there won't be mosquitoes. But this is what the Gulf of Mexico can be at times.
Oh, shark.
If I was ever going to see a green flash, this is when it would be. Come on, baby. Come on, give it up. Guess not. Wednesday the 21st. We kind of got what we deserved anchoring out in the Gulf like that, because we had a rolly night, man. It didn't blow up that much wind, but the waves got really sucky and they were straight on our beam. But this is sunrise after this nice smooth sunset you just saw, and we are headed north. Destination, if there is such a thing, Indian Key. That away. It's going to be a long day. This is awesome though. It's going to be a very long day of very awesome sailing. We'll be hard on the wind all day. Close hauled. The wind is supposed to shift a little bit in our direction, which hopefully will keep us from having to tack much. 6:30 a.m. Thanksgiving morning. Ponce de Leon Bay, still far south of the 10,000 islands. We got not nearly as far as we thought. We spent the day here yesterday actually, and I was too lazy to film anything. Thanksgiving Day continued. We've left Ponce de Leon Bay and we're making for Indian Key. We're close reaching under double reef and a working jib, making slightly over 5 knots. Winds about 12 to 14 actual. Seas are a little bit lumpier than we would have liked.
Say hello, honey.
Hello.
This is what a super sailor looks like. This is what what he does all day. Tells people he's sailing. This is Slocum. Slocum does most of the sailing in conditions like this. This is what my husband
He's lucky.
does. We didn't think we were going to get this lucky today.
Now we're just hoping the wind keeps up.
Yeah,
And we are so screwed if it doesn't. We're 1,000 miles from nothing, and we're almost out of gas, so motoring is not an option either.
we're 14
Note to
miles.
self, next cruise we take more fuel. I shouldn't say almost out. We have about 2 gallons of regular gas and 2 gallons of premix that we can use in the Tohatsu if we have to. So we got about 4 gallons, and that would probably get us somewhere.
Well, we only have about 14 miles to Indian Key. And then we'll figure it out from there. Another like 12 miles home, I think. Say happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving.
Say happy birthday to my mom.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Maybe we'll get to call her if we get to Indian Key and get some cell reception.
Yeah, I think there was cell reception there.
Okay, sign off now.
Happy Thanksgiving.